Welcome to Workshop 4. In this workshop, we're going to be using our Time to Flourish, and we're going to be highlighting our month of April. In this card, we're also going to be highlighting how to use our die-cut cardstock flowers. I'm just loving these flowers and can't wait to show you how to use them. So let's jump into this April tag. I'm loving this tag and all of its dimension. One of the first things we're going to do is just show you the papers we're going to be using. We're going to be using our April cut apart page. In this page, we're going to cut out part of this April postcard just right here. You can see that center. These dimensions are 3 5/8 by 5 inches. And we're also going to be taking, just using the pattern side, we're going to cut a nice rectangle at 3 6/4 inches by 3 7/8. And then we'll scallop that bottom edge. And the rest of that paper is for you to use on another project. From our Flourish page, we're going to be using this fun little lay print temps from the bottom. This is at, we're cutting this at 3 7/8 by 1 inch, and then we'll scallop the bottom of that. And then we're going to take 2 squares, and we're going to cut these to 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. These are going to be the photo mats on the back of our tag. The other products that we're going to use that are going to highlight this is our large ivory tags. We're going to use one of these and our die-cut cardstock flowers. You can see that there's 2 sheets in here, and both of those are double-sided, so you've got endless options to create different flowers, and we're going to show you some fun techniques on how to do that. So getting started, you can see I've laid out all of my pieces here. I'm going to start to build the foundation of my tag. So I'm going to take this pink floral that's from the back of our cut apart page that we cut earlier, and we've scalloped the bottom. You can do different types of scallops. You can use one of these fun trimmers, the Fisker's scallop trimmer, which is my preferred method, or you could also do the scissors. I've already scalloped mine here for you, so I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this down to my tag. Just get a thin layer on the border and then get a little in the center. I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch from the bottom, just exposing that ivory tag. Perfect. Now taking that April cut apart that we cut out earlier from the postcard, it's at 3 5/8 and 5 inches. I'm going to adhere this down. Just about 1/4 inch from the top, leaving my edges equally balanced, about 1/8 inch on either side. I'm all about approximates too, so just eyeball that. Get that nice and glued down. And then from our Flourish page, we've scalloped out this beautiful yellow. It gives us the nice contrast on that pink. We're going to adhere this down right towards the bottom, leaving about 1/4 inch from our pink scallops. So that, now we've created our base. Now once we've created our base, I'm just going to get these other pieces out of the way, and I'm going to flip over my tag and glue on my photo mats. So just adding a little bit of adhesive towards the center and edges. And you'll see when you're working with this paper that there's some words going in all different directions, which is kind of nice because you can never glue something on the wrong way. But you can also cut out those different sentiments and use them on cards or layouts and a lot of other creative ways. So perfect. We've got our photo mats, and now we're ready to create our flowers. Just move these to the side so I can make some room. I'm going to take a soft mat, and we're going to start using the most simple flower and then building up to larger and larger flowers. So we're going to just take from our die cuts. I've popped out, as you can see, one of the little circle stamens, and then 2 of the small flowers. And you can mix and match to your liking. And then I'm taking a smaller stylus, and I'm just going to start in the middle. Start here in the middle and working around in circles. And you can see as I go around in circles, it's starting to build more and more dimension. And I'm going to do both of those the same technique. I'm just going to work in the middle, just going around. And then I'm going to, on this one, since there's a little more to work with, I'm going to take my stylus and go up each petal. So we're just breaking down those fibers, which is going to make it more pliable and give us some more dimension. And now that we've done that, we can just go ahead and layer our little pieces together. So taking our smaller pink side piece, we're going to adhere that in there. And then we're going to take our little yellow circle stamen and glue that right in there. And this is how we're going to build our flowers. After I've built one, I'll just put that to the side and let it dry and move on to the next one. So from here, we're going to go and take these 2. They have more of the jagged edge. They've got a little more character than the last 2 pieces. And then we're going to take one of these blue centers to create this one. And this one, I'm going to flip these over because I want to do the opposite effect. So I'm flipping these over, doing the same technique, using my stylus to add some dimension and lift my petals. And the blue one, I'm going to do it just right on top of the blue. Now taking my large and my medium, I'm going to just go right in the center, and now I'm going to press down. This is going to kind of give my petals the up and downward effect. So they have a different look than the first flower we created. And now I'll just glue my medium on top of there, and then taking that blue one, glue that right in the center. Beautiful. And I'm going to do the same technique on the rest of these flowers, just putting them together in different combinations and adding different amounts of layers so you can see the different effects we'll get. From our cardstock flowers, we're going to take this large green flower and just pop that out of our die. This is how we're going to make some of our leaves. So I'm just going to take some fine tip scissors and go in here and create some points. I just want to make about 6 leaves for my different flowers. I've got 3 so far. 4. And 6. So now that we've got these, I'm going to do that same technique with my stylus and just kind of give it some dimension. And after I do this, I'm going to take my score tool and just score down the center. So it'll give it that nice leaf vein. And scoring down the center. And if you want, you can take your distressing inks, and that's going to help pronounce your leaf vein. But this is going to be just good enough for me for now. So I'm going to pinch and fold out kind of like wings. and pinch and fold out. All right. So now that I've created some leaves, I'm going to go ahead and assemble my flowers onto my tag. First, I'm just going to glue down my flowers, and then I'll sneak in my leaves. And I'm going to start here on the bottom and then work my way up in an S curve. And then taking those leaves that I created, I'm just going to slide some of those in, giving it that nice finished look. So you can see with our die cut flowers, it's really simple to create all different sizes and all different kinds of flowers in a few simple steps. One more leaf for good. Perfect. All right, and here is our April card. You can see with all of our different flowers, but if you'd like to add some extra dimension, you can see we've distressed these flowers to give it a little more oomph.